Are we recording? Because Pedro makes me. All right. No, you're good. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, everything that I write on here, that's exactly what I want on the quiz. So do not skip any steps or any pieces. The first thing you want to do is you want to solve for the variable, right? You want to know the value of f. In this situation, we're going to write down 9 minus 4f greater than or equals to 1. So by doing, I want to see these steps too, adding or subtracting, right? It's positive 9, so we put negative 9 on both sides. Negative 4f comes down, and you get negative 8, right? Now the next step is to multiply or divide. We've been knowing that for a while. This thing is multiplying, so we divide by negative 4. And we have a special rule about that. I'm dividing by negative, so what happened? The sign flips, right? And these are the same signs, so we get positive 2. Once we find the answer, we're going to go and find it on our number line, which you do have to do. I'm going to go to 2. Is it closed or open? Why is it closed? It has an equal sign. That means that it's closed. And because it has an equal sign at the bottom, well, it means less than or equal. That means that the 2 is included when you highlight it. It's a close, so you go to 2 right here. And now you're going to highlight it. And you're going to the left, right? And that's it. Now the next part of this is to create the table. Before I do anything else, I'm going to create a table. Here's how you do it. You do x, put a line, and you're going to bring this little stuff, the equation, part of the equation, and put 9 minus 4f. Put another line. You're going to put y over here. Before I even start, I do this. Then I'm going to rewrite that thing 3 times, but instead of f, I'll put a parentheses. And I think once you start doing this, you're going to remember that we did this before. At the beginning of the school year, yes. We just extending it to that point to bring back all those old concepts so you don't forget them. Yes. Yes. It's good. It's practice because it'll be on the test. Yeah, but some of you, not everyone did. That's the problem. Don't worry. I'm adding one extra step. Don't worry. You get there. All right. So you might be wondering, well, what am I going to use? Why were you talking about those 3 numbers? Well, I want you to look at the highlighted area. You need to find the 3 numbers that are close to the point where you found. You found 2, right? Is that included? Why is it included? It's a close number. Yes, it's close. And it's right here it tells me it's less than or equal to. That means the 2 is included. So I'm going to do 2, 1, and 0. Those 3, right? Now tell me, when you look at a number line, does it start from 2? Where does it start from this one? From 0. So you do the same thing for the table. Don't start with 2. Put 0, 1, and 2. Are you following? Now look at the colors. The colors tell you what you're doing. Those numbers will go into the parentheses. So I'm just going to grab it and put them over here. That's it. Are you following? Anybody lost? Good. Don't tell me tomorrow, I didn't get it. Because you didn't ask me now. So now we have our x's. We filled in our middle section. We have to find the value of y. How do I do that? You solve it, right? Now here's the problem. Mother's like, well, am I supposed to subtract 4 from 9 first? Or what do I do? Multiply. Remember PEMDAS. PEMDAS is parentheses, exponent, multiplication or division, addition, and subtraction. Notice that multiplication or division comes first, right? So that means that I'm going to multiply 4 times 0, which gives me what? 0, right? And then you have, subtract that from 9, what do you get? 9, right? You're not taking anything away from 9. And then 4 times 1, well, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, right? And then you have 9. That's 4 boys and 9 girls. 5, right? Now, -4 times 2. That's 8 boys, right? 8 boys and 9 girls. Who's left alone? 1 girl. That's what we need. Are you following? Good. The next part that we're adding today is the graphing part. But to graph stuff, we need coordinate points, right? We're going to put coordinate points right here. I don't like that part. Let's put coordinate points right here. You need 3 of them. Put the commas in between. And look what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab the x values, which are right here, 0, 1, and 2, and I'm going to pair them up with their corresponding y values, which are right here, 9, 5, and 1. Do y'all see that? This is x, and this is y. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the graph thingy. I'll put it up here just because I don't want the line to land on the wrong spot. All right. Notice that do we have any negative numbers? If you don't have any negative numbers and you can only use this quadrant, that's fine. But when you have negative numbers, you're going to have to use the other ones too. What? Why can I only use this? Why is it okay to use only this? They're all positives in this quadrant, right? When you do this, when you do this, these are all positive, right? These are positives and negatives. These are all negative, and these are negatives and positives. Do y'all see that? If you have no idea what this is, we have a problem. Yes. You have to go back to the video. Yes. So, but don't worry, you understand this. I'm pretty sure you guys have been exposed to graphs because we did it in the first semester. Yes. So this would be our y coordinate, and this is our x coordinate, right? So let's put the numbers in. We start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we don't need any more because you only go to the 2, right? The y's seem to go up to 10. That's the highest one, right? So we can go up by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That should be good enough. Let's plot the first one. X is 0, y is 9. I find 0 in the x and 9 on the y. So right here. For the next one, this is point A. Let's call it point A, point B, point C. And point B will be go to 1 on the x and then go up 5 on the y. This is point B. Point C is 2 on the x and 1 on the y. Is that right? It was supposed to be 2. I got this wrong. Yeah, because 4 times 2, it will be 8. No, it's right. What am I doing? JK. Okay. So anyway, here's where you have to be careful. Is this closed or open? F equals 2. When the x equals 2, is the y open or closed? X. Same thing as here. Yeah, f and x are the same thing. Okay, let me go back to this one. So when we solved for f, we were solving for x, right? Maybe I should have put that over here. So you know how we grab the first 3 numbers? And these numbers transfer over here? Hang on. They transfer there. This equation, our answer told us that the value of x is equal, whenever f is less than or equals to 2. So whenever you use that as 2, did I lose you again? You seem lost already. Don't worry about that. Just forget it for now. I have to make a super video for that. Anyway, just plot this one because you just look confused. So you go to 2 and then you go to 1 right here. Yes. Yes. A good question or comment. Yesterday, the one that we did was an open circle. Does that include the number? No. That's why you could not include 2. You have to go 1, 0, and maybe -1. Then you could use it. Yes, because you still need that third number. All right. Let's keep going. We're going to have another one in a minute. Let's finish this one. So now that you have plotted all the numbers, all you have to do is draw a number line. I'm sorry, a line through them. And you're done. That's it. Which direction is the line going though? Down that way, or which direction on the X? Left or right? This number line right here is the same thing as the x-axis. Is it going to the very left? If it's going to the left, then that means it stops right there at 2, but it goes all the way this way. It continues that way. That's what it means. I want you to remember that this number line right here it represents this right here. Later on, we're going to learn about shading. That means you will shade everything on this side of the line, because that's what it's shaded over here, you see? Kind of, yeah. I know it can be a little confusing. We're going to do one on your own. I'm going to leave this right here to guide you, and I'm going to select one from here so that you can do it on your own. What was it? It was close, going this way. All right. So copy the numbers only very quickly so I can change it to the other one. Go. So here is what you need to do again. I want the number line because it tells you what numbers you're going to use. Solve for it, obviously. Get the table, the little colorful one. Get my 3 coordinate points, and then graph the points. And we is back. All right, so let's go and start with solving the problem, right? Let's solve it. You cannot do anything with it unless you solve it. Hang on. I would love for y'all to help me, but the thing is that if some people are confused and you say the wrong things, they get more confused. So it's better if I clarify it. All right, so right here we subtract 1, right? We don't have any problems with this. We already know what to do here. It seems like this is the easy part now. 9. Then you multiply or divide. Why? What is 10 minus 1? It's 1 boy and 10 girls. Who's left? 9 girls, right? Oh, sorry. 3. So Z is greater than 9, right? Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. Let me erase this. There you go. Z is greater than 3, right? Now tell me, is it included or not? Why not? It's open. So that means when I go to the number, I'm going to make a big circle right here, meaning it's open, and I'm going to highlight outside the circle. That's a good way to tell me that it's not included. I'm going to highlight from here all the way over there. That's what we do. That's to remind you I cannot include 3 whenever I do my graph. So let's start again. And actually, I think just to I'm going to add it just to not confuse you. All right, let's do the little table now. And then it's 1 plus 3z y. And I'm going to use those numbers. I'm going to use 4. And that's fine, just to show you that it's the same thing. So let's use 3 and 4 and 5 and then use 6. And you wonder, why is he using those numbers? Hang on. I want to use 3 in this time just to show you why you either put a circle or keep it close when you graph it. Just follow me. Yes. Yes. Exactly right. She said, if you put the 3 on there, it's going to say that it's equal to it, but it's not. This is an inequality. That means it cannot equal to it. This one, it says greater than, so it has to be open whenever you plot it. But let's plug all of them in. All right? So that'll be 1. Oops. 1 plus 3 parentheses 1 plus 3 parentheses 1 plus 3 parentheses and 1 plus 3 parentheses. Let's put those in 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, the reason why I chose those is because they're covered by this highlighting. I cannot choose 2, 1, and 0 because they're not part of the highlighting area, right? It has to be part of the shaded area. So now let's work it out. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1, 10. Do not forget, I'm going to circle that to remind me that when I plug that in, it has to be open. Yes. Are we following? To remind me that it has to be open because it's an open circle. The next one is normal. 3 times 4 plus 1. 3 times 5 plus 1. And this one? 19. Now I have my ordered pairs, and I'm going to put them right here. Hang on. It's the same thing. I'm going to move all the x's. You guys do not have the first one because I didn't ask you to, but I'm just doing this so we can show you. 10. Again, I'm going to circle this to remind me that it's open. And then 13, 16. Because trust me, you'll forget. By the time you get to the last step, you're like, put a dot on it. And it's really not. So let's put a line right here. Yes, include it, just because I want you to remember, to know why we do that. And then plot the first number. The first number is 3 and, wait. This one goes up to 6, right? So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the x, if you notice, this is my x values, right? The biggest one is 6, so I can do them like that. On the y values, which one's the biggest one? Isn't it better to go by 2s then, to have more space? Well, it wouldn't matter. I'm saying like just to keep it that way. So we can do 3 if you want. So we can do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20. I'm sorry, yeah, 21. Are we good? Okay, so let's plot them. When x is 3, right here in the middle, y is 10. I go over here. But look, it says a circle, so I have to keep it open. Y'all see that? Because I circled it. And then when x is 4, oh, it was right here. What am I doing? So stupid. What's wrong with me? Okay, so don't be a smarty. When x is 4, y is 13. This is why I didn't want to do it that way, because most of the numbers are kind of even. You end up in the middle of the lines. When x is 5, this is 16, right? All of them landed on the middle because we didn't do even lines. It's not, because it's very easy to get confused that way. When x is 6, y is 19, right there. But these are all closed. The only one that's open is the first one, right? So what do we do here? You draw a line. Hang on. Hang on. Then what are you doing?
I'm trying to finish the
This is it. It's the same problem. So from here, you draw a line. We're back. Yes. Notice how the line right here says greater than, right? And it's going to the right. Do you see the yellow line? That means that whenever that I can actually highlight this going to the right, but I cannot include anything to the left of it, right? Nothing over here exists to the left. Only from that point where that little circle is to the right, because it's supposed to represent the same thing that we have here. It represents this line and how the 3 is not included, but everything else to the right of it is. Do y'all see that? Basically, the graph is another representation of the number line, but with a little more visual of what's going on. Yes. What? Because of the sign, yes. Because of the sign. Do we have any questions? This is going to be on your test. You can have 2 of these. Yes. All right, so let me go back to this one and give you an example that is similar to that. So for homework, you're going to do one that is, yes, 10 minus 5k is greater than, yes, or equal to 40. This should be easy. Actually, no, let's make it 15. Yes. Hang on. This is homework number 1. And it should be similar to this one. K, that's a K. Oh my goodness. Juan, do the most, please. K is greater than or equal to 20. Payaso. And this one right here is going to be, let's do 3 plus 2j is less than 17. I had to figure out the numbers, otherwise it would look weird. So that's going to be the second part of the homework. Number 2. Only 2 problems. I want everything that you did. If you get lost, go back to these examples because they're similar to it. If you go into the tutoring